Welcome to a discussion that may just revolutionize the way we perceive and treat diabetes. We're delving into a groundbreaking study that's been turning heads in the medical community, with implications that could potentially alter the lives of millions globally. Brace yourself for an exploration into a medical breakthrough that's poised to redefine our approach to diabetes care. Now let's set the stage. Diabetes is a condition where the body either can't produce insulin, as in type 1, or can't use it effectively, as in type 2. Insulin, a hormone crucial for regulating blood sugar levels, is a major player in this story. For those grappling with type 1 diabetes, their bodies don't produce insulin at all, leaving them reliant on insulin injections. This means constantly keeping a tab on their blood sugar and managing their insulin levels, often through multiple daily injections or an insulin pump. It's a condition that demands unwavering vigilance and can significantly impact their quality of life. But this recent study offers a beacon of hope, potentially shifting the landscape of how we treat and manage this challenging condition. The study in question, conducted by the Baker Heart and Diabetes Institute in Australia, has made a significant breakthrough. The researchers targeted pancreatic ductal progenitor cells, which are capable of developing into tissues lining the pancreas's ducts. The success of this study could herald a world where insulin injections are no longer a daily routine for millions. We'll also spotlight the unsung heroes of this study, the pancreatic ductal cells. Ideally situated in the pancreas, they're the perfect candidates for a vital function in diabetes management. In a healthy pancreas, B cells handle insulin production. But in type 1 diabetes, these cells are attacked and destroyed by the body's own immune system. The ductal cells, if reprogrammed correctly, could assume this vital role, essentially filling in for the destroyed B cells. It's like finding a backup generator when the main power supply fails. Join us as we unravel the details of this promising medical breakthrough. To understand the magnitude of this breakthrough, we first need to understand diabetes and insulin dependency. Diabetes, in its simplest terms, is a health condition where the body's ability to produce or utilize insulin effectively is impaired. This vital hormone, insulin, plays a significant role in our bodies, regulating our blood sugar levels. In the world of diabetes, there are two primary players, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is where the body can't produce insulin at all. The immune system mistakenly attacks the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas, leaving individuals with this type of diabetes reliant on insulin injections to survive. On the other hand, type 2 diabetes is a condition where the body does produce insulin, but it either isn't enough or the body can't use it properly. This ineffective use of insulin leads to high blood sugar levels, which can cause a host of health complications if left unmanaged. Now imagine being a person with type 1 diabetes. Your body doesn't produce insulin, so you're dependent on insulin injections to maintain your blood sugar levels. This means constant monitoring of blood sugar, multiple daily injections, or the use of an insulin pump. It's a life that requires relentless vigilance and self-management, significantly impacting the individual's quality of life. But here's where things get interesting. Picture a world where this constant monitoring and injecting could become a thing of the past for people with type 1 diabetes. A world where the body could regain its ability to produce insulin naturally. Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, right? But this isn't fiction. This is the reality that a recent groundbreaking study is promising. This new study is causing quite a stir in the medical community. It's not just about managing diabetes anymore, it's about potentially changing the game altogether. The researchers have discovered a way to regenerate insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. This could mean a future where people with type 1 diabetes are no longer dependent on insulin injections. With this understanding, we can now delve into why this new study is so groundbreaking. At the heart of this breakthrough is a study conducted by the Baker Heart and Diabetes Institute in Australia. The researchers embarked on a significant mission. This is a considerable undertaking given that in type 1 diabetes, insulin-producing cells are either ineffective or entirely absent. Now, the main players in this groundbreaking study are the pancreatic ductal progenitor cells. These cells are akin to raw material that can evolve into tissues lining the pancreas's ducts. The goal was to manipulate these cells to imitate the function of the crucial B cells, which are fundamental for insulin production. To grasp the scale of this, let's take a quick detour. In a healthy pancreas, B cells are the ones responsible for insulin production. In type 1 diabetes, however, these cells are attacked and destroyed by the body's own immune system. If reprogrammed correctly, the ductal cells could take over this essential role, essentially filling in for the destroyed B cells. It's like having a spare tire in your car for when the main one goes flat. So how did they accomplish this? The researchers used a strategic approach. They targeted the ductal cells with specific signaling molecules, essentially instructing them to transform into B cells. This process of reprogramming cells is not entirely new, but what makes this study stand out is the specific type of cells targeted and the potential implications for diabetes treatment. The success of this is more than just a scientific achievement, it's a beacon of hope for millions. If these findings can be translated into a practical treatment, it could signify a future where insulin injections are no longer a daily necessity for millions. Picture the freedom of not having to constantly monitor blood sugar levels, the relief of avoiding painful daily injections. This could truly revolutionize the way we approach diabetes treatment. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the role of pancreatic ductal cells and the use of FDA-approved drugs in this significant breakthrough. Yet for now, let's celebrate this monumental step forward in the fight against diabetes. The star players in this study are the pancreatic ductal cells. These cells are like the unsung heroes of the pancreas, often overlooked but harboring a potential that could change the lives of millions. They're ideally situated in the pancreas, making them perfect candidates for insulin production. In a healthy pancreas, the B cells are the ones responsible for this task. However, in type 1 diabetes, these B cells are systematically attacked and destroyed by the body's own immune system. This is where our pancreatic ductal cells come into play. They're a bit like understudies in a theater, ready to step in and perform when the lead actor, in this case the B cells, can't go on. With the right reprogramming, these ductal cells could potentially take over the vital role, essentially filling in for the destroyed B cells. Now, might be wondering how this reprogramming works? Well, think of it as giving the ductal cells a new job description. They're no longer just lining the pancreas's ducts. They're now tasked with a function they were not originally designed to perform. This is a significant shift, but with the right manipulation, these cells can adapt and take on this new role. Imagine the possibilities this presents for those living with type 1 diabetes. If their B cells are being destroyed, their bodies can't manage blood sugar levels, leading to a lifetime of insulin injections and constant blood sugar monitoring. But if these pancreatic ductal cells can be successfully reprogrammed, it could potentially eliminate the need for these injections, offering a more natural and less invasive way to manage this challenging condition. This is a monumental breakthrough in the world of diabetes treatment, offering a glimmer of hope for a future where managing this condition is less about constant vigilance and more about maintaining a normal, healthy life. This is akin to finding a backup generator when the main power supply goes out. The breakthrough doesn't stop at the cells. It also involves the innovative use of FDA-approved drugs. Researchers turned to a pair of familiar faces in the pharmaceutical world, GSK 126 and tazemetostat. These drugs have been around the block, primarily used in cancer treatments. However, they've found a new purpose in this groundbreaking study. The target? An enzyme called EZH2. This enzyme is a bit of a taskmaster, keeping a tight leash on cell development. By using these drugs to inhibit EZH2, researchers essentially released allowing the progenitor ductal cells to transform into B-cell-like cells. It's like giving these cells a new job description and the freedom to excel in their new roles. This clever reprogramming of cells is the magic behind the breakthrough in diabetes treatment. Now let's discuss the impact of these findings. The results of this groundbreaking study are nothing short of astounding. They show a future in which a once dormant giant wakes up, ready to take on the formidable task of regulating blood sugar levels. This isn't just about medical advancement, it's about transforming lives. For those living with diabetes, this could mean fewer injections, less time spent monitoring blood sugar levels, and, most importantly, a significant improvement in their quality of life. No longer would diabetes be a full-time job, but rather a condition managed more naturally and effectively. These findings are not just hopeful, they're revolutionary, promising a future where diabetes is less of a life sentence and more of a manageable condition. These findings bring us one step closer to a future where diabetes can be managed more naturally and effectively, greatly improving the quality of life for millions of people worldwide. Moving on from the immediate impact, let's delve into the broader implications of these findings. While this specific research focuses on type 1 diabetes, where the immune system destroys B cells, the potential applications could be much wider, opening doors for new treatment methods for other types of diabetes as well. It's important to remember that over 422 million people live with diabetes worldwide. Thus, the potential impact of this research is enormous. We're talking about a paradigm shift in diabetes. However, it's crucial to note that this research is still in its early stages. Clinical trials are needed to fully understand the long-term effects and potential risks. This study represents just one of many that are exploring innovative ways to treat diabetes. From new drug developments to strategies for protecting insulin-producing cells, the scientific community is making strides towards better, more effective treatments. This study isn't merely about scientific advancement, it's about hope and the possibility of a better life for millions affected by diabetes. It shows us the power of medical research and innovation. As we follow the progress of this research, let's remain optimistic and supportive of the scientific community's efforts. I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences on this topic. If you found this information helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Let's keep the conversation going about these life-changing medical breakthroughs. Join us for more insightful updates on medical breakthroughs by subscribing to our channel. Together, let's stay informed about the ongoing developments in healthcare.